Good morning, class. My name is Mr. Willis, and today we will be talking about how your choices of food and exercise affect your body and your overall health. As you know, obesity in children is on the rise and has been so for the last 30 years. But today we will learn not only what to look for, but also how to increase or better our health through exercise and proper food choices. Now, it is well known now that children are not getting enough exercise. As you can see through this graphic, that only a quarter of students get at least 30 minutes of exercise a day. But it not only affects your body, but it's now known that lack of exercise affects your brain. It lowers your test scores, lowers memory. So it's not just a health problem, but it's also a brain problem. Now, exercise benefits you in many ways. Most people have not thought about it being so extensive, but just a few of these off the 20 exercise benefits that really mean a lot to you guys will be that it increases your lifespan, it strengthens your muscles, it improves your memory, it improves coordination, it boosts your immune system, it boosts your mood, and it strengthens your heart. All that combined there will help you to live a longer, healthier life. Now, the study of the top 10 U.S. children's health concerns confirm my previous slides. The number one concern is not enough exercise for our students. And two, followed closely right behind it, is childhood obesity. So it's no wonder that the two go hand in hand. Exercise and nutrition must be exercised together in order to cut these rates down. If we are interested in reducing the incidence of childhood obesity in the general community, then I would put most of my eggs into the basket of increasing physical activity and finding ways to do that rather than finding ways to restrict dietary intake. A lot of the studies have shown that it's not just food that causes one to be obese, but now there's a new study out that studied the effects of no exercise and what it does to the body. That causes just as much obesity, if not more, than poor eating. But much of the schools focus on the food rather than the exercise, so they've cut back or reduced portion sizes to help combat the obesity problem. But if really they would combine exercise with that, then we'd really see a change in obesity in children. Here we'd stop and we'd take questions from the students for the on the first 5 slides, get their take on what they think about the slides, kind of their feedback as to what they see among themselves, with their peers, in their families. How do they feel like their environment affects whether their exercise routines or their food intake. So after that, we would move on to the healthy eating section. And this is where I really enjoyed this presentation. It's digging in and finding out ways to combat poor food choices. There's a lot of good healthy foods out there that taste good and that children like. It's just making it available to them. And my motto, I go by this one right here, is eat less crap, meaning drink less carbonated drinks, eat less refined sugar, eat less artificial sweeteners and colors, and eat less processed foods. As you can see, the acronym FOOD: eat more fruits and vegetables, eat more organic lean proteins, eat more omega-3 fatty acids, and drink more water. That is something that is difficult in today's times when everything is tied to convenience and you don't necessarily have the organic foods that are cheaper that parents will buy. It's much faster to buy, processed foods, and cheaper as well. So here I would hand the students, or have them take out a piece of paper and have each one of them list 5 foods that are not healthy, and then list 5 alternative foods to replace the 5 unhealthy foods. So then our activity at this point would be a meal plan. I'd have them devise a meal plan. So I divide the students into 4 groups of 6. Each group will design a meal that incorporates a food from each of the major food groups. They will have one of their team members stand up and describe their complete meal plan for one day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That'll take about 15 minutes of our time. And as you can see, they're just a snapshot about childhood obesity. The health risks related to obesity is, pre-diabetic, joint problems, sleeping problems, low self-esteem, and heart disease as they get older. The most astounding fact in this slide right here is that 74% of children don't get enough daily exercise. 3 out of 4 kids do not get regular daily exercise. So now 1 in 3 kids are considered obese. What does that mean for this group of students in front of me? Well, it means for, if we have 20 or 30 kids in here, 10 of you are obese. That's a pretty high number. Part of the problem is trying to understand what we put into our bodies. It's not the easiest thing to go to the market and try to read food labels to help you understand what it is that you're getting. It's not even it's hard to even read or comprehend what the information on the nutrition facts label even means. But there are many things, as this handout right here, Examine the Facts. It's a handout I'll give to the students, and it explains very plain how to read these food labels and to know what you are getting when you buy certain products. And it allows you to compare whether you have, your fat contents, all your intake of whatever's in that food. Now, Mullen said in an article that I got from Chicago Tribune, kids who start rapidly gaining weight early in childhood are more likely to have higher blood pressure and other signs of future heart trouble as preteens. A new study suggests there's a natural tendency early in life for children to thin out as they grow taller and gain stature faster than they gain weight. But eventually all kids hit a point when they start gaining weight at a faster pace than their body, and their body mass index, a measure of weight in relation to height, begins to rise. So what this means is, we call it baby fat when they're, little ones. But as you get older and your body is starting to grow, you grow out of that baby fat, you're getting taller, you're not necessarily losing weight, you're just getting taller and the displacement's different. But once you get into adolescence, then that's when obesity or the signs and weight begin to go when you stop growing or your growth has slowed down. So you can't necessarily continue to eat the way you did as an adolescent versus a teenager, because you're not growing anymore and anything you put in your body stays unless you exercise to help control your weight. Now, the good news is there's a way that we can live healthy. And this is how we can do it. You can live by the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 plus 10 method. And that's get 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. Drink 4 glasses of water. Have 3 good laughs, because it's known that laughing increases brain activity. It helps with your memory. Get 2 hours or less of TV time or screen time, whether it be your phone, TV, computer, notebook, tablet, whatever it is. Get less than 2 hours a day looking at it. And get at least 1 hour of physical activity each day. And then sleep for 10 plus hours. Now, the sleeping for 10 plus hours is probably one of the harder things on there to do, just because of our busy lifestyles. But you can create healthy habits that will last you a lifetime. You can stay fit, stay healthy, stay energized, and stay safe. You eat healthy foods, exercise, get enough sleep, and relax. Because as you can see here, why do we need to do that? Well, you look good and you feel good. You have more energy, so you'll want to exercise more. You can concentrate better. It helps brain function. You stay healthy. You live a longer life. It helps fight illness. It improves your fitness, and you feel more confident when you feel good and you look good. Now, we've come to the end of the lesson here, where we're going to do a role-playing skit where I'll divide the class into 2 groups. Group 1 will portray students that exhibit poor eating habits and don't like to exercise. Group 2 will be charged with the task of coming up with facts to present or to persuade Group 1 as to why they need to change their lifestyle through food and exercise. Each team will have, Group 2 will have 10 minutes to complete that task and present it to Group 1, and then they'll switch where Group 1 will now become the persuaders, and Group 2 will become the students with poor eating habits. They must come up with different facts to present. Each one has 10 minutes, so a total of 20 minutes for that skit. Now, our discussion questions at the end, and what I want to get, the answers that I want to get from this, I want the students to have to think back to what we learned in the beginning of the slides as to the number 1 and number 2 major health concerns, and get them thinking that it's not drugs and alcohol, that it's more stuff that they control, the food they put in their body and the amount of exercise or the fitness, physical fitness that they engage in each day. Another way, or what are three ways that exercises can improve your health? Well, this gets them again thinking of what are the benefits of exercise. Goes back to our 20 benefits of exercise. And then name 5 vegetables that you can eat without cooking them. And this is more, because most of the problem with kids, or even with adults, are that we snack a lot. We're always finding something quick to snack on just to kind of get us going. And these little small vegetables such as carrots, celery, stuff like that, you can eat without having to cook them. They're quick, they're convenient, they're inexpensive. And then I want them to name 3 exercises that considered beginner exercises, such as sit-ups, push-ups, walking, jogging, stuff like that. Stuff that they can relate or integrate into their lives fairly easy to begin living a healthier life. And this discussion question will go on for 15 minutes. And that is the end of my slide. There are my sources. Thank you. Have a good day.